You are very lucky if you're watching this video before your pre-boards, boards, or an important exam. Okay, so let's begin this video without any further ado. Let me introduce myself. I'm Abhika Yadav. I scored 98.4% in my class 10 boards. Yes, 97 in basic maths. I messed up in some MCQs. It's alright, guys. Let's not compare. So, without any wastage of your precious time, let's begin this video. We are going to discuss about what you need to do so that your answer sheet becomes really pretty and the examiner loves your answer sheet, and also some pro tips for all the subjects which will boost your marks really well. Okay, so let's begin this video. Now, first of all, which is always write that section A, section B headings with blue ball pen and pencil. You can only use blue ball pen and a pencil in your board exams for underlining, writing, whatever it is. No, you cannot use a black pen for highlighting. No, you cannot use a blue gel pen. If your handwriting is bad with a blue ball pen, then start improving it right now. Even if it's how bad, no matter, that does not matter which. Okay, blue pen से लिखना है ball वाले से. Second, which is whenever you write a section, whenever you attempt a section, do it is preferable to do it chronologically, like section A, section B, section C. But if you're one of those people who run out of time in your exams and you attempt the section D first, then always write whatever you're attempting. Okay, make it obvious that you're attempting this section so that the examiner does not get confused. Second, which is MCQs. In your MCQs, always write complete answers like option C, so and so, or XYZ, whatever it is. But if you are one of the students who cannot pass in your board exams or in your usual exams, you fail usually, then you only write a single option C. Why will you only write a C? Because if the examiner is kind enough and you are failing your exam, then a C can be turned into an A, B, C again, and D easily. Okay, so that's it. Third, which is one thing that you keep in mind while answering your board exams or writing your answers, is always make it convenient for the examiner. You know why? Because suppose I'm an examiner and I got a very messy answer sheet, then I'll already be frustrated, like what kind of child is it? He does not even know such a simple answer and such rubbish handwriting. Oh my god, ew, I'm not gonna check it, let me just cross it. No one is going to be kind to you there. No one is going to think that, oh, kitna pyala bachcha hai, isne itni gandi handwriting. No one is going to do that there, okay? They're simply gonna cut it and you're going to lose your marks even though it was right. Fine. And if you think you're going to get it revalidated, that is a very long process. It will take 2 or 3 months. So better write your answers well right now. Which is, how many points do you need to write? In science and SST, always answer your questions in points. Okay? Always in points, never in paragraphs. Change your habit now. If you write in paragraphs, for a 2 marks question, 3 to 4 points, 3 marks question, 4 to 5 points, and 5 mark question, 6 to 7 points. We always write 1 or 2 point in extra. If 1 or 2 point that you already wrote before was wrong, then a substitute point is already there. Okay, no marks will be cut for writing extra. This is your school's made up rule for you or their students, that they cut marks for writing extra. But in board exams, this will not happen. You can check CBSE's official marking scheme for the same so that you get a fair idea about it. Also, fourth, which is underlining keywords. When I say underline keywords, only underline keywords, not the entire answer, not 2 to 3 lines, specific keywords. Like if it's an answer about why a reaction occurs, about some terms like exothermic, endothermic, whatever the terms are involved in that answer. Like if you're answering about how chromosomes fuse, then you have to explain first whatever your answer is, 3 to 4 lines, and then underline like there are earlier 23 chromosomes from the mother, 23 from the father, and then they fuse to form a zygote which has 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs of chromosomes. So you underline these words, not the other helping verbs, adjectives. No, you do not do that. Also underline the what do we say, timelines or key frames that you're writing there, that are also very important. Fifth, which is, if you do not know an answer, what to do, write in related terms and underline them. In a good handwriting, write related terms. I did not know an answer in assisting pre-boards and I wrote something related to the topic and I got 5 out of 5 in that, because obviously the teacher does not waste much time. They get a good answer sheet, they quickly see the underlying keywords and they check it like okay. But गंदा लिखोगे ना तो गंदे नंबर मिलते हैं लाला. Now some pro tips that I have for each of the subjects. English, always write the author's name and underline it in the beginning of the answer and write 2 to 3 lines of themes and divide your answer into intro, para and conclusion. Same goes for Hindi also. Science, always balance your chemical equation. Write the state of the elements or compounds in the chemical equation, because the examiner might get frustrated if you haven't balanced it and they might cut marks for it. Also, draw diagrams whether it's necessary or not. If you know the diagram, then draw the goddamn diagram because the examiner loves it and we need to make him happy. SST, always draw flowcharts if you know them or if it's possible in that. And also, as I mentioned before, always write your answer in points. Make your answer sheet very pretty for the examiner. I think that was it for this video. इसके बाद तुम्हारे number 10 to 15 marks can be increased really well if you follow whatever I said. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share. I love you guys so much. Bye bye.